Those bandits, criminals, insurgents, terrorists should stop. Because they say the friend of a thief is a thief. For us, if we get to the battlefield and you are among them, then whatever happens to them happens to you. And it's important for those good Nigerians to provide necessary information as quickly as you see something, so the action should be taken. And the armed force is always ready to react.
Meanwhile, the Katsina State government has released 70 suspected bandits and defended the release as a necessary step in a peace agreement involving repentant bandits across local communities. This is contradicting to what the defense minister said. What do you guys think? Watch the video to the end and put your thoughts in the comments.
But the Katsina State government on Saturday fully defended its own decision to initiate the release of 70 people suspected to be involved in terrorism back into society. Now, according to the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Nasir Muazu, you see on your screens, the decision is all part of a peace agreement between communities and bandits that have repented across the state. So on the one hand, we have this large-scale operation between the Air Force and police to kill terrorists in Kogi. We have Musa making it clear that the federal government has a zero-tolerance policy against anyone aiding terrorists. But then you have this initiative from the Katsina State government to release repentant terrorists back into society. So Rufai, I'll start with you. How's the public supposed to reconcile all of this?
You remember Fela Kuti had a song? Confusion, breaky pony, yeah, pam 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 pam, double wahala for daddy body and the owner for daddy body na double wa. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
The military chief is saying we gotta kill them because yes, we gotta kill them. These people kill, they destroy lives, they maim, and you can see the efforts being spent. Do you know what it costs? I think it was the military chief that was saying it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a missile. When you fire a missile, you lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. At the same time, the state government is saying they had a peace deal with the bandits and they had the temerity, the unmitigated temerity to write to the Judicial Commission to release bandits because they had a peace deal with them. How mad can we get in this country? In one fell swoop. So if the military chief is saying that if you're a friend to a bandit, then you are an accomplice. The Katsina State government, can we by extension say they're accomplices in this? Because we need to be able to rate them out. These are people that are causing terror. And we have seen in the past, it's not today they're signing peace deals with bandits. They don't always keep to the agreements. God knows how many peace deals they've signed. They've signed peace deals in the past, but nothing came out of it. So I would like to go in line with what the military chief has said. We should not encourage the Katsina State government. In fact, they should call the governor to order. I don't know who supported this brokering of this peace deal, that the bandits have the temerity to go across local governments. I think that was even the point they should have even arrested those bandits in the first place and make them face the full wrath of the law. We can't keep pampering insecurity. These are vestiges of a failed state.
Right.
Well, very quickly, I think the Katsina State government, regardless of the explanation by the Commissioner for Home Affairs and Internal Security, is guilty of the same thing that the Minister of Defense, General Musa, was talking about, aiding and abetting, which is a crime in itself, within the purview of Section 7 of the Criminal Code of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, the Minister of Defense was saying that, look, if you cooperate and you support terrorists, you are guilty and you too can be punished. Because the receiver of stolen goods under Section 247 of the Criminal Code is also a thief. So if you are aiding and abetting and you are acting as a fence, helping criminals, don't forget the word bandits. We're talking about criminals here. People who are abducting other people. In one of the local governments in that same Katsina State, they abducted 162 persons. In another local government, 28. In another local government, 26. In another local government, 62. And now you are saying, oh, you have collected some persons back, and you have released 70 persons. We have said it again and again. This culture of giving pepper soup and jollof rice and ashwebi to bandits and terrorists should have ended with President Buhari, who was an expert in what they call rehabilitation, reconciliation, which never worked. In fact, in one state, they even arranged wives for these bandits, and yet they continue to operate. So the point made originally by the Minister of Defense is that you will be encouraging these terrorists by identifying themselves, by giving a fresh definition to the Stockholm Syndrome, which is the problem that they have in Katsina State. We do not accept the explanation by the commissioner that you have prisoners of war, prisoner exchange, prisoner swap. That's not the case here. You are exchanging criminals with innocent people. All those 70 persons that were released and they've been negotiated with should be facing the full wrath of the law and not asked that their cases be withdrawn from the courts. I think it beggars belief. I think it's confusing. And this is why many people say that the Nigerian governments, particularly at the state level, they don't seem to understand what is going on. The position of the federal government is that we do not negotiate with terrorists. And then in Katsina, they are negotiating with terrorists and they are beating their chest about it. Imagine the commissioner say, if you are not happy, seek redress in the court of law. What insolence.
Yes, that's such a key point, that the state and federal government need to be working in unison together as opposed to going in different directions.